What's up, everyone? You are listening to Beyond the Ring podcast, and welcome to the new series that I am actually starting with. That's Monday Night Wars. We will be reviewing the WCW Nitro and WWF shows, and I've been actually thinking to do this for quite a long time, and I was been watching this Monday Night Wars for quite a long time. So finally it's here, guys. I hope you like it. I hope you enjoy it. So before we get into this, guys, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to hit that notification bell as well, so that you guys get notified every time I actually put on some great wrestling content. And yeah, so let's get into it then. So we first kick it off with Monday Night Raw, and this week this show we are going to discuss is 16th June 1997. We are off from King of the Ring last week, and then we are off from Great American Bash for the WCW side, you can say. So the current champions of Raw were Undertaker as a world champion, IC champion Owen Hart, European champion Davey Boy Smith, and the World Tag Team champion was vacant because Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels has the problem started into a new level, and they were not in the show. So we are going to have a tournament for tag team. Vince actually says in that commentary. Steve Austin has the segments, kind of, you can say. He says the defend the tag team title, he can say. Mankind kind of offers him to join, but he wants none of it. Owen Hart and Davey Boy Smith was the new Blackjacks, the tag team tournament quarterfinal match. Owen and Davey Boy Smith got the victory here. Squash match, nothing to say about. Nation of Domination had a firing that they did from the Nation of Domination. So they were actually going to have two more guys, going to recruit two more guys. They should have done this too much of long time ago, because that Nation of Domination, I literally liked the faction, but one thing that I didn't like was the too much of members, and they didn't have some any importance to Crush or other guys. I don't remember the names, guys. So yeah, so they should have done this cut short into a 5 or 4 faction that we were going to see. So yeah, so we get Ken Shamrock promo as well for the match. They were getting two against Stone Cold Steve Austin, because Ken Shamrock was stunned by Steve Austin last week, so he wants to match as well. Next match, Hunter Hearst Helmsley, Triple H versus Phineas Godwin. Triple H got the victory here. Nothing to say about. Yeah, Brian Christopher versus Kist Candido. This was the angle of USWA promotion versus ECW. Rob Van Dam was acting as anti-SW, anti-ECW guy. I wasn't into this storyline, guys. I mean, it was just there to have some buzz, like trying to recreate the NWA kind of. They would have think about that. They were just trying out things. So yeah, and yeah, nothing to say much about. Goldust versus Jim Hindart, and this was the match that Brian Christopher and Chris Candido was a draw, actually. Then we get to Goldust versus Jim Neidhart. Goldust got the victory here. Again, a short match. Nothing to say about. Average match. We get to R number 2, average R number 1. R number 2, we kicks it off Steve Austin versus Brian Pillman. So Steve Austin, Brian Pillman, they had a lot of series of matches, and yeah. So this was okay, I would say, a decent match. Steve Austin's is always fun to watch, so that was an element to watch. Kind of, you can say, a historical interest that I'm actually telling about. But yeah, next we get to Bobby Fulton versus Tommy Rogers, and Sable was the guest ring announcer for this match. So they were kind of catching some eyeballs, kind of trying to, yeah. And nothing to say about here. Fulton actually got the victory here. 2 minutes match. Headbangers was Jerry Lawler and Rob Van Dam. Tag Team Championship quarterfinals, another quarterfinal, and Headbangers actually got the victory here. So yeah, this was also short. Nothing to say much about. Just an average match there. Then we get to Ahmed Johnson and Undertaker versus Farouk and Kama Mustafa. And Kama Mustafa was the new member to the Nation of Domination. So there was another member. There was two member actually. They were touting, and there was one more member that we are going to join. I was kind of confirmed that Ahmed Johnson was the one, and Taker actually was going to tag, but Ahmed goes over, punches Paul Bearer down in the end, and Meanwhile, Kama hits Taker with a Uranagi for the upset victory. And after that match, Ahmed Johnson hits a Pearl River plunge to Undertaker, and he turns on. He joins Ahmed Johnson. He joins the Nation of Domination. They should have done this too long time ago, because Ahmed John was such a great, should have been a great heel, and they were kind of pushing in the whole 1996 to 1997 as a face, and he wasn't working, so they were trying to have the WWF champion, but he was not. So yeah, they should have done this long time ago, but better late than never. As I said, a good angle to close out the show. Yeah, it was interesting. We get to the WCW Nitro side. So yeah, next we had WCW Nitro. WCW Nitro, we had current WCW champs as World Champion Hollywood Hogan, US Champion Jeff Jarrett, World Tag Team Champions The Outsiders, World Television Champion Steven Regal, Cruiserweight Champion the Six, you can say. Yeah. Next week, first match, Mortis versus Glacier. We saw NW coming up, so they kick it off with in a very hot manner. You can say the biggest angle that they have is NWO. So yeah, and then we have Mortis versus Glacier, 2 minutes match. Mortis with a cryonic kick for the victory. Nothing to say much about. Dean Malenko versus Chavo Guerrero Jr. Good match, I would say. Pretty good match, I would say. These two guys have. I mean, Dean Malenko have lot of great underrated match, I could say. That fun to watch in a TV environment, you can say. Nothing very amazing or awesome or something, but it was a good TV watch, you can say. Next we get to Super Carlo versus La Paca. So they were having some Mexican guys coming as well for a long time, so this was also a short match, but it was fun while it lasted, you can say. Super Carlo got the victory here. Yeah, and next we get to Amazing French Canadians versus Harlem Heat. Harlem Heat got the victory, obviously here. So one of my favorite tag team that was in WCW. That tag team division in WWE was just shit, man. I mean, yeah, WCW tag team division and the cruiserweight division was so much great. Yeah, and then we had Gene Okerlund segment with JJ Dillon. JJ Dillon announces that. They are actually going to have a number one contender, because Steiner Brothers and Harlem Heat, they are not, they had the match at the Great American Bash, but they says that this match is going to happen again because NW actually got involved in that match, so we are going to see this rematch again. So Harlem Heat is not the number one contender, they says. I guess Steiner Brothers is not the number one contender, they say. Yeah, so that was the R number one. Okay, I would say it's better than Raw. I would say nothing amazing, as I said, but it was pretty watchable, you can say. Our number two kicks it off with WCW Cruiserweight Champion Six versus Rey Mysterio Jr. Good match, I would say, really good match, and these two guys should have got a little more time, I would say. It was really fun to watch these two guys go at it, and yeah, some great lucha maneuvers they had. And Six actually was attacked. I mean, Six was being held by NWO guys. Kevin Nash helped. I mean, Kevin Nash had the power bomb to Rey Mysterio Jr. So that kind of created the after the match. So yeah, so that was their cool moment, I would say. NW angle that they had after the match, I thought that was great. Next we get to Ultimo Dragon versus Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho tried well, but Ultimo Dragon got the victory via Dragon Suplex. We had Roddy Piper Ric Flair segment because in the pay-per-view, Ric Flair wasn't there for in the match, the tag team match against the Outsiders for the tag team championship. So Flair says that he didn't left in intentionally, and Roddy Piper trusts that this should have been the perfect moment to have Roddy Piper versus Ric Flair if they could have done it, but yeah, they didn't want to do that. That's why I think so. And Steve Michael, Mick Michael, and Jeff Jarrett versus Bob Backlund and Scott Norton. The then I would say the match was pretty decent, but the thing that came out from this match was Steve McMichael turning on Jeff Jarrett, because we had some inadvertently attack on Jeff Jarrett and Steve Michael. They were not knowing, they were not doing intentionally, but Steve McMichael turned on Jeff Jarrett. So yeah, so they are there. Then we get to the main event: Hollywood Hogan and Dennis Rodman versus Giant and Lex Luger. The match didn't take place. They go to the commercial and then they came around and then they had a big brawl, you can say, kind of a WCW style. They have been doing this many times. So they did this actually. I would say that it's the Nation of Domination thing was cool moment, I would say. They did this, but yeah, but NWO thing was also nice, I would say. They did this, but I would give a slight edge to WWE because I did kind of enjoy, you can say, Ahmed Johnson thing, because we didn't have much really about in this, because we have seen this thing, NWO attacking and no one coming to help, and then there's just they just pose and end the show. So that was this WCW show, guys. Both shows where you can say kind of average, yeah, pretty okay. You can say at the most. Yeah, the match that stood out from WCW was the Six versus Rey Mysterio Jr. And from the WWE, we don't have any match. Just angle that we can say the Ahmed Johnson joining the Nation of Domination was the angle, you can say. So that's it, guys. This is the first time that first episode, you can say, doing this. So there may be some errors or something that would be. So I would say that kindly actually, yeah, understand it, and I will be improving it on my series, and I hope to see you in my next episode, maybe this week or next Monday. I am planning about. So yeah, that's it, guys. I hope to see you guys in the next one. Until then, be safe, stay energetic, and peace.